Am I the asshole? For telling my mom to prioritize me if she wants to see me more. I 16 have parents who are divorced like many people. My dad married my stepmom 3 years ago. My mom got married to my now stepdad 2 months ago. My parents' custody agreement has always been 50-50, which worked well. My parents were able to co-parent well even though they got divorced. Before my mom married stepdad, we lived in a cute 2-bedroom apartment. It was small, but I liked it. Both my mom and I had our own space. Once mom and stepdad got married, my mom moved into his house. Now, stepdad has twin daughters. Due to family issues, they live with him full time. Stepdad has a 3-bedroom house. When I first went to stay at my stepdad's place, I was informed I have to share a bedroom with my stepsisters who are 8. When I said I thought there were 3 bedrooms, I was told the other room is my stepdad's man cave. I was willing to try staying in a room with the twins. I tried for a whole month. It just didn't work. They go to bed earlier than me and I have no privacy, which is nice to have as a teen girl. I asked my stepdad if we could make the other room a bedroom for me. He said he needed his space. So I told my mom I'm going to start staying more with my dads. I visit my mom 3-4 times a week. I go over to my mom's on weekdays when I get off of school and stay over there until 10:30 p.m. so I'm over there for quite a few hours. When I'm there on weekends it's longer. Recently my mom has been complaining that she barely sees me anymore. I told her I'm sorry she feels that way, but it isn't right. I'm expected to share a room with 8-year-olds. I also said it's more understandable if we truly didn't have the room, but we do. Stepdad is just being selfish and you're agreeing with him instead of prioritizing my needs as a teenager. Mom got upset. Stepdad ended up calling me selfish and saying kids share rooms all the time. Your stepfather is calling you selfish? Well, that's rich. Your mom should have advocated for you before she ever agreed to marry or move in with the guy. Not the asshole. Your mom and stepfather are. Not the asshole. Your mom made her choice and you're making yours. I don't blame you. Expecting a teen to share a room with 2 children when there's another bedroom available is ridiculous and even cruel. Her letting your stepdad call you an isn't cool either. I bet he'd freak if she called his girls brats. I hope your mom's happy now. Not the asshole. If stepdad needs his space, then you as a person with your own rights can also need your space too. If he refuses to give you space, then you will get the space at your dad's. His needs are not more valuable than yours, and your mom needs to be asked why she thinks his needs mean more than yours to her. Not the asshole. Most parents accommodate their children. I've never heard of a parent cramming children into one room so that they can have a space for themselves. It sounds to me like your stepfather is selfish and hasn't truly embraced you as a member of his family. It's not appropriate or fair for a teenager to have to share a room with 8-year-olds when there is an available room. Not the asshole. You're the child. Your parents need to provide for you. Your own space is the best thing for you and the twins. Your stepfather is a parent. He's being selfish and irresponsible. If it were an office and he worked from home, I'd maybe see it. No, he doesn't get a man cave if he crams his 3 kids into another room. What are his poor twins going to do when they are teens? I'd say get the custody arrangement rewritten so you're 100 with dad. I can't see a family court letting the man cave slide. Not the asshole. X200B. They are not showing with their actions that they want you there, so it is normal for you to want to not be around that environment. They didn't even try to compromise so they can deal with you not compromising on being where you feel comfortable. Not the asshole. Stepdad, I need space just as much as you. Ivy has my own room for 16 years. I'm uncomfortable sharing space with 2 children. I'll stay at dad's where I have adequate space. I don't really care about other people sharing rooms. I've never had to and I'm not starting now. Not the asshole. It seems like you have figured everything out by yourself. It's madness to expect a 16-year-old to share a room with 2 8-year-olds. I wouldn't even last a whole month if I was in your shoes. Stepdad is the biggest in this story. Not the asshole actions have consequences. That's Rich, him calling you selfish when he's taking up 2 rooms in a 3-bedroom house. Not the asshole. It is not reasonable for him to have 2 rooms and for 3 children to share 1 room. Your mom married an asshole. Not the asshole. Your mom is the AH for not advocating for you, thinking it's appropriate to have you bunking with 8 yos, and for putting her new partner over her own child. As a stepmom myself, I'm gobsmacked that either of those 2 adults think this is okay. Not the asshole, and very mature of you for how you've handled this. 2 bad stepdad and mom are the complete Rs. I'm petty and would probably refuse to go over. Not the asshole, you have your own room at your dad's. Why would you want to share a room with some children? 16, you're well on your way to being an adult. Those kids will straight up ruin your stuff. Not their fault, kids will be kids. Your stepdad sounds like a selfish asshole who isn't interested in have you as part of the family. If I were you, I wouldn't go over as much as you do. You should be focusing on your school, not this shit. Not the asshole. At all. Your mom made her choice in her husband, and it's not like you don't see her at all. You just sleep at your dad's now so you can have your own personal space. Wow, your mom is a huge asshole. I am so sorry. As a mom myself, I am disgusted by her behavior. Not the asshole completely. Your stepdad is a huge selfish asshole too. I would double down and tell your mom that if she continues to allow her husband to treat you like shit, she won't see you at all after you turn 18. Stay strong. Not the asshole. And they are turning you into a babysitter. How is that your mom had the money for an apartment before she was married and now does not? Do they miss you, or they need a sitter? Not the asshole. And I want to give you a hug. Your mom and stepdad aren't treating you well in this situation at all. Not the asshole. You try to make up for living with your dad by visiting during the week. You do need your own room. If I would have to bet, I would say your stepdad is okay with how things are. So it is his home, not you and your mother's, even though they are married. Sounds like your mother made a real smart decision there. I wouldn't even spend as much time as you are there because you are not a priority for them. I hope you are a priority at your father's. Not the asshole. You need to talk to your mom about some hard truths. 1. Mom, why didn't you prioritize me when you married stepdad? Did you discuss my needs with him at all? When we were living at the apartment, I liked that I had a place to decompress. I don't have that anymore. Help me figure out a solution. 2. Do you mind if you, me, and Dad go back to court to revisit the custody arrangements? Ntar. But please, talk to your dad, explain to him what is happening in your mother house, the whole man cave, and the fact you don't have a room, and ask him to formally change the custody agreement so your mother starts paying child support. Your mother is going to be pissed, but that's what happens when a parent chooses the new partner instead of a child. Not the asshole. Ironic, the person demanding he needs a playroom all to himself and forces you to share a room with 2 kids half your age calls you the selfish one. You're being the most mature and reasonable person there. Ntar. Makes total sense. Stepdad is a jerk. Not the asshole. You are completely right. Your mother's husband is an egotistical person. And your mother is prioritizing her wants and what's easiest for her over your actual needs. Both of them are shit adults and even worse parents. Not the asshole. Kids do share rooms, but that's a huge age gap and 3 girls in 1 room. I think you made the right choice being at your dad's house more. Not the asshole. Your mom knowingly moved into a home that she, most likely, knew you would be uncomfortable in and that you wouldn't have any privacy. If their financial situation allowed it, they should have found a home suitable for all of you. I am a little biased as I am a child of divorce, grown adult now, and I've lived through situations like this. I think your mom is the real AH in all of this. Doesn't seem like she thought about you at all when deciding to move into stepdad's house.